YouTube, man, what's good, man? It's your boy Protect, man, back with another one, man. Boy Tone, back with another video. Today's video, man, is another Washington football team video. But this is I want to give you my projected starters for offense and defense. Also, I will give you a couple of sleepers as well for I've been hearing at camp and all that. And comment your thoughts on it. All right, so starting quarterback, we're not doing that. Look, it's Dwayne Haskins show. It's the Haskins show until proven otherwise. I know some practices he's kind of struggled, but it's to be expected. He has learned a new offensive system, and it's been some struggles. Also the skill position players, he has some new skill position guys. Dontrell Edmonds, a new addition. Antonio Gandy-Golden is a new addition. So is Antonio Gibson. Logan Thomas, a lot of new parts. And also one thing I'm going to continue, another thing I will talk about this video, guys that should be cut. I'm going to give you like 4 or 5 guys should be cut. Sorry. So Dwayne Haskins Jr. is starting quarterback, okay? I do think Alex Smith probably will be the backup, but I don't think he should be the backup. But he's going to probably be the backup. I think Kyle Allen be behind Alex. That's how it's going to look. As for running back, it's Adrian Peterson. He's been proven since he's been in Washington to be a very, very productive back. Only healthy back most of the time. And he deserves to be the starter. He's been the most productive guy here the last couple of years before Ron got here. And I think that it's going to be running back by committee, but he's going to be the starter. In most weeks, even when they say running back by committee, if AP has the hot hand, he's going to have the ball, and he's going to get the majority of the carries most weeks. I do think backing him up will be Antonio Gibson. He's going to get a little bit of carries. He's a Swiss Army knife, though, to be honest with you. So I wouldn't call him a backup running back. He's just a very versatile football player. He'll be out running routes. He'll be in the slot. He'll be outside, like wide receiver outside, that is. He'll be in the backfield running routes. Catching screens, reverses, all types of crap. Right? Antonio Gibson's a Swiss Army knife. Just put him football player. I can't even give him a position. But if you say like a backup ball carrier, Peyton Barber is someone you should be watching out for. He got some first team reps here and there. Everybody's getting first team reps, but he's got a little bit of first team reps as well. And he's been a productive back in his league. He's been solid. He was solid in Tampa for a little bit. So I would keep my eyes on Peyton Barber. He could be a guy that can maybe usurp Bryce Love and get more carries than Bryce. But I do think at the end of the day, Bryce Love will probably get more carries than Peyton Barber. I only say that because, one, he's explosive. You want to keep explosive football players on the field as much as possible. And then Bryce is truly healthy, then I think he'll get the majority of the carries between him and Peyton Barber. But I would definitely keep my eyes on Peyton Barber if I was you. Also, wide receiver. I think our 3-star wide receivers have kind of been established, but one guy could really usurp the other guy that I'm talking about. But outside not the Z receiver, but I guess you said the wide receiver, the primary, the number one, of course, would be Terry McLaurin. Your X receiver will probably be Antonio Gandy-Golden, but I would not sleep on Dontrell Edmonds. They picked him up for a reason, okay? I would not sleep on Dontrell Edmonds, okay? But he just got here. So Antonio got more chemistry with Dwayne than Dontrell does, but Dontrell's a veteran. You need some veteran presence in your wide receiver room. And he might even be, even your starting lineup, you can use a veteran wide receiver. So I would definitely be a very, very keen eye on Dontrell Edmonds, though. But I think it's Antonio Gandy-Golden being the other outside receiver. And then the slot guy will be Steven Sims. I think he has a position on lock. Trey Quinn ain't touching that boy. Sorry, not happening. Steven Sims starting wide receiver as a slot guy. And he's also stated that he's been getting some outside snaps too. So I expect him to be outside as well. I expect him to be kind of a Swiss Army knife too. Catching reverses, catching screens from the slot, catching screens outside, running routes outside, running routes inside. All that good stuff. So think Steven Sims be another Swiss Army knife type of guy. You want versatile football players, and I think Steven Sims is about to be that. Okay. So next, you have your starting offensive line. Left to right, I think it'd be Geron Christian Sr. Also Wes Martin, Chase Roulier, Brandon Sheriff, Morgan Moses. I think the right side is pretty much on lock. No one's not taking Morgan Moses' spot, and no one's taking Sheriff's spot. I don't know why Sheriff didn't get a long-term extension yet, but never a topic for another video. And that's with Chase Roulier. He's been solid. Nothing but a solid football player for us. So I think he definitely should be starting at center. Maybe the kid Ishmael might usurp him one day, but week one, no. I think it's going to be Roulier. Roulier going to start probably all season long until if Roulier got hurt, then Keith Ishmael can step in. But I do think Roulier should start at center. As for left guard, the Wests are battling out for the starting left guard position, but I think Wes Martin has that on lock as well. He showed some good things last year. He was showing some good things in practice, creating holes for backs and things like that. He's a solid run blocker. He's a solid pass blocker. He's solid overall. He's not really a master of anything in particular, but he's just solid at everything, and there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. If you're a solid football player, you're solid. So I do like Wes Martin. I think he definitely should be starting at left guard. Now, as for left tackle, Sadiq Charles is hurt. He's been hurt for a while. He just got the camp start practicing, I guess. We saw him at practice. I don't know if he actually practiced, but we saw him at practice. In a photo recently. I saw it anyway. But he's been nursing an injury, so don't know what's up with Sadiq. But Geron Christian's taking advantage of these snaps and been playing okay. So yeah, that's that. Geron Christian went from doghouse with Jay Gruden to starting with Ron Rivera. Interesting. I don't know what's going on here, but hey, it's a nice pleasant surprise. I'm kind of shocked about Geron Christian. I thought he was one of the first guys getting cut, but cool. That's nice to see. So that's my starting offensive lineman. Defense. This is going to be interesting. A lot of people get a lot of snaps on defense. Even if you're starting, I don't expect you to get more than 50% of snaps. I expect to be these guys getting rotate in and out, get fresh, staying fresh, and just make plays. I'm going to start with that. I think you're starting defensive line from left to right. Montez Sweat. Jonathan Allen. This is who I would start. My projected starters, if it was me. But I think Payne is going to start at the other defensive tackle position because he's better against the run than Matt is. But Matt's a much better pass rusher, in my opinion. I think Ioannidis should start. But like I said, these guys are going to be rotating in and out anyway. So Payne and Chase Young. I know people want to. They're saying Kerrigan's a starter right now, but I think Sweat's going to take that spot just because he's so much younger and still so uber athletic. You can't go wrong. Now, Ryan Kerrigan's a damn good pass rusher. Do not get it twisted. He had a down year last year, but he's still a good pass rusher. And it's nothing against Ryan Kerrigan. But you heard Ron Rivera. He wants to play the young guys. So if he wants to play young guys, start the young guys. Start them. Put them out there. Put them out there in live game action and keep them out there for as long as you can. And this lineup looks sweet. Dang, he did that. Sorry. But yeah, man. Darn, I just had a brain fart. Yeah. Defensive linemen, like I said, those would be the four that I would start left to right. But you could start Ioannidis over Payne. You could start Kerrigan over Sweat. But that's just my opinion. I think at the end of camp, going into the season, I do think they're going to play the young guys and let the young guys eat. Don't get me wrong, though. Don't get it twisted. Kerrigan could definitely start now. And so can Ioannidis. Shoot. Both of them could start anywhere in the league. We're just so deep at defensive line, and these guys are so young and uber talented that play the young guys. You know what I'm saying? Play the young guys. Yeah. That's that. But I do think all these guys are going to get at least 200, 300 snaps apiece before the season's over with. And all of them going to make plays. They're all going to be relatively fresh and probably injury free as well. So, and we're so deep. If an injury were to happen, we should be fine at defensive line. Now, linebacker is super interesting. Ruben Foster's come back from his injury. You got John Bostic, who was here last year, playing some solid ball. You got Cole Holcomb here that had over 100 tackles as a rookie last year. You got Kadeem Hudson, the kid you drafted out of Michigan, in the 5th round. Got Sean Dion Hamilton here. All types of guys. Thomas Davis. This linebacker, Kevin Pierre-Louis. All these guys are just, this is a deep position. It's hard to pick who's going to start. But if I were to pick from strong to weak side, I would probably go. I would go Foster as your weak side backer. I would go Holcomb. This is hard. This is hard. It's hard. It's a hard one. No matter of fact, I'm gonna go to vet. I'm gonna go to vet on the strong side of things. So I will go Thomas Davis, Reuben Foster as your strong and weak side backers. You could put them whatever you want to put them. And I would probably go Sean Dion Hamilton, middle linebacker, just because he's the smartest guy. We'll come to the younger linebackers. You could probably put Thomas Davis in the middle if you want to, but I think Thomas Davis is too good of a tackler to, I think that he's too good of a tackler to be in the middle. Don't get me wrong, there's some great tackling middle linebackers out there that have played the game, i.e. Leonard Fletcher, i.e. Ray Lewis. But I think Thomas Davis has been playing outside backer his whole career. You don't want to put him so late in the career in the interior of the linebacking position. Just go ahead and play outside like he's been playing his whole career and let him produce the way he's been producing for Carolina and Los Angeles for so long. Just put him in position he's been putting his whole career and let him eat, because that's what Thomas Davis does. Gets over 100 tackles and makes plays. So keep him at probably weak side backer, and I'll probably put Reuben Foster at strong side backer. And then I'll probably put Sean Dion Hamilton in the middle. Sleepers to start, Cole Holcomb. I do like Cole Holcomb a lot. I think he could start as well. Especially as a weak side backer. He's a really good tackler. Not the best coverage guy in the world, but he's definitely a really good tackler. Really fast to the ball. Makes a ton of plays like in the run game. Like, see, he's not the best coverage linebacker in the world. That's another reason why I think that Sean Dion should start, because he's the best coverage linebacker we have, in my opinion. But it's like I said, these linebackers gonna get rotated now. Like Kevin Pierre-Louis is gonna play a lot. Kadeem Hudson should play a little bit. Cole Holcomb should play a ton. All these guys gonna play a ton, honestly. Now secondary, this is super, super, super interesting, because we brought Kendall Fuller here. We thought he was gonna slot corner. We're gonna put him in a nickel. That's it. Put him in a box. That's it. I'm looking at the depth chart. Kendall Fuller starting outside. Now, he did play outside in Virginia Tech. And also, he played a little outside in Kansas City when he got traded from Washington, the former Redskins, to the Chiefs. He played outside. Played a little inside, played a little safety, played a little bit of everything. So, Kendall Fuller is now versatile. I mean, he could play outside, play inside. You could play him first and second down outside, and third down when they try to put their best receiver in the slot. You throw him in the slot with the best receiver. He follows the best receiver wherever he goes. Also play a little safety too. So, yeah, I think he definitely should be the starting left. 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 Or the number one corner. He's our number one corner. Let me just say that. I don't be right. I don't be wrong with sides. I think last time I checked, he was the starting left cornerback. Right side or the weaker side, the second best corner. That's a tough one. I want to say Darby, but think right now they got Faber Moreau out there. I wouldn't mind Fab starting. I saw some good things from Fab last year. He had 2 picks against the Lions. He had another pick against Carolina. He showed some good things last year, and I like to see him build off of that this season. I think he's in a contract year now too. I think he's kind of like one of those guys that will be leaving after this season. We don't re-up on him. So I would like to see Faber Moreau do some things this year. So I am very intrigued to put him in outside corner. We tried him in the nickel. It didn't work that well. So play him outside. He seemed like he played a lot better. Made a lot more plays on the ball. He had a couple pass deflections too, on top of those picks. So I do want to see Faber Moreau start outside. And the slot, I would say Jimmy Moreland. The people's corner, as they like to say. And Jimmy can play outside too. But I think Jimmy's gonna be better in year 2 than year 1. He was a rookie last year. You know, rookies go through the baptism of fire, as Louis T would say. Also, they're susceptible to get big plays get put on them because, let's face it, our communication, our secondary was absolute trash last year. So if the guy's running a post route and you think he's running a slant, you press him at the line of scrimmage, he gets off you. He's wide open on the post catch. Oh, Landon Collins ain't there because he's an in-box ass safety, and your free safety's trash. I'm going to the end zone. Nice knowing you. It's stuff like that, like simple communication, that really hurt all of them, especially Jimmy Moreland, like he was a rookie. But now I think second year, better communication with the secondary, better pass rush. I think Jimmy Moreland's going to really flourish in the slot on first and second downs, and they'll probably put him outside on third down, or put Darby on there on third down, and put Kendall in the slot. It's interchangeable moving parts here. But I do think at the end of the day, Jimmy Moreland should be starting corner as your slot nickel guy. Finally, safety. Troy Apke been playing with the ones. I don't know what's going on. But I think Sean Davis should start. But the way it's looking, Troy Apke early in training camp is getting the brush with the ones. So I will project him to start for now. As we get close to the season, I'll probably do this video again and maybe have a different tune. But right now, I'm going to say Troy Apke. He's been playing with the ones, and I haven't heard anything negative about Troy Apke, so it's good to hear. Also, of course, Landon Collins. All right, come on. He's a dog. You know what I'm saying? He's a dog. So, yeah. Those are my projected starters going to the 2020 NFL season. Comment your thoughts. Let me know what players you would have starting. I know the linebacker position was kind of weird for me. But we will see. View, comment, subscribe, man. Turn on post notifications. Always catch a Protect Sports video, but put the Lord first. Stay out the way. Stay safe with this COVID-19, man. Stay healthy. And always remember the most athletic and talented your sport choice, as long as you are professional on and off that field, technically sound and fundamentally sound. You will always overcome the lack of talent and athleticism through hard work and dedication. Protect Fan Station, like always. Have a great one, man. Stay safe. I'm out of here, bro.